So, ladies and gentlemen, today we are going to be doing Jupiter in the sixth house of your Navamsa chart and what happens when Jupiter is in the sixth house of your D9 Navamsa, which is one of the most important charts in Vedic astrology because it shows the inner strength of your planets. It shows who you are internally. It shows who you become in the marriage, who you become later in your life through the qualities of the Navamsa. So it's one of the most important charts. It even shows like your spiritual path through the spouse, spiritual path through the partner. So, I mean, you can drive many things like Navamsa, is who you are becoming into. Sastyamsha is the final outcome of who you are. So that's what we're going to discuss today. And as always, if you do not know if you have this Jupiter or what other placements you have in Navamsa or in your birth chart or other divisional charts, for that, check out the links here. Check out my full astrological report, include my books, consultation, and link to my school, Maga Vedic Astrology Academy, where I'm currently teaching divisional charts. And people can just watch any school video anytime. There's no like deadline or anything. But anyway, let's talk about Jupiter in the sixth house of Navamsa. So when Jupiter is in the sixth house, it's not really good or bad. This all depends on how Jupiter's condition is, because Jupiter in the sixth house gives a person intelligence to deal with enemies, gives a person intelligence to deal with debt, deal with obstacles, deal with disputes, deal with litigation. Jupiter, because remember, Jupiter is divine intelligence. Okay. And in a way, Venus is worldly intelligence. It is just right up there with Jupiter. So never think that, a lot of people say that, Venus is lower intelligence. No, Venus is, especially Navamsa, could be even more intelligent than Jupiter. But here, Jupiter really shows that a person has the intelligence to deal with the obstacles of life. It is actually very good in terms of even sickness, disease, because Jupiter, the benefic, gives the benefic, Amrit to the sixth house. And one becomes very heavy on the enemies, heavy on the co-workers, because Jupiter is the heavy one. So it's going to bring this heaviness into the game. So this is why a person usually is able to defeat their enemies. Even if Jupiter is debilitated, it doesn't matter. Jupiter then becomes even more forceful. So don't think of debilitation and exaltation as like people do. It's you're going to be lost. But what we see here with Jupiter is that a person, especially a man, can become quite promiscuous. They're very fond of, there are beautiful women in their workspace, in their daily routine. They become quite worldly with Jupiter in the sixth house. Because Jupiter, in the sixth house is the house of service. Okay. And usually Saturn is the servant. Jupiter is the authority. Jupiter is the general. Jupiter is the one that becomes the heavy one. So when it comes to service, this Jupiter says, I'm the heavy one. I'm going to be all over you. Whoever you are, I'm going to be all over you because I need to show you my heaviness, because not everybody's going to be running around like how Jupiter really is. That Sattvic planet. Most of us will have Jupiter, which is either Tamas or Rajas in our chart. Okay. Rarely that true Sattvic quality of Jupiter will come out. So what happens with a man in their daily work life, they become heavy on the co-workers. And in order for them to show their heaviness on a female, it can lead to some affair, because sixth house is the house of the mistress, is the house of, that other person. So don't think that Jupiter is going to be benefic. Jupiter is simply the heavy one. I can keep repeating this. So in order for somebody to show their heaviness on you, they're going to come upon you. especially if other planets are supporting that. If other planets are not supporting that, then of course, just Jupiter's not going to do anything like that. You can't predict astrology with one planet, but you need to know that one placement of the planet. So this way, you know exactly what each of the key means, the 9 planets that we have. And here, Jupiter definitely shows that a person becomes this teacher in life, this counselor in life. One is respected in society. But where this Jupiter kind of hurts is that the intelligence become overbearing in the marriage. This person shows too much intelligence, too much pride in the marriage. They will, or what happens is this person is not able to use their intelligence the right way in the marriage, because Jupiter is not a good husband in marriage. Even in the Vedas, his wife left him for Moon. So Jupiter will not really give the strongest ability to show that intelligence towards the commitment of marriage. Meaning, one will really be consumed with work versus marriage. So you see, it can be a man or woman. They'll just be more consumed with work, their daily routine, than the marriage. Especially if you're going through Jupiter Dasha. Okay. So guys, this was my analysis of Jupiter in the 6th house of your Navamsa chart. If you're new to my channel, subscribe below. If you want to know where your Jupiter is, all your astrological details, my school, reports, consultation, check out the links here. Otherwise, we'll see you later.